And now, here we are on day 13 of the cruise, I think. So, again, another day out at sea. Not much to say. Actually, there is a bit more to say about today than yesterday. So, got up, had breakfast, the usual. But then, there was a film on that I saw. Mission Impossible 5. I saw that with my dad and my brother. I had not seen this film before, but I thought it was a good film. I'd heard it was a good film. I expected it to be a good film, and it turned out it was. I don't know if there's much to comment. I'd seen the third and fourth Mission Impossible films. I was a bit meh on the third, but I liked the fourth. And, I think this one was perhaps better. Sequels often degrade in quality, but here it seems to be the opposite. So anyway, I give that film a 9 out of 10. Would watch again. Well, maybe I'd watch it again. Anyway. So I watch the film, have lunch, go back to my, what did I do after that? No, I did a quiz. The quiz was about colours. And by colours, I mean quiz is just about random people whose name is a colour. Not much to say there. Didn't do that well. Then I went back to my room. I played a whole bunch of Crusader Kings. Everything went really bad in that game. In case you need reminding, I'm playing as the Golden Horde. And I had my ruler who died, and it went to... Actually, I don't know if I talked about this, but it's something that bothers me. Okay, so my ruler died. He's an old man, and it goes to his son, who's about... I think he's something like 5 when he inherits. Now, at this point you might be thinking, hold on a second, the guy's son is 60 years younger than him? How ridiculous, right? And, for those of you who know anything about monarchs, you'd say, well, that would be his eldest son, who's 60 years younger than him. That's crazy! Now, I agree, that is crazy. However, the system it has in this game is when you die, your youngest son takes over. A system called ultimogeniture. I don't know if I've mentioned this in previous videos, but I'm going to talk about it now, because it really bothers me. In this game, the territory you rule can be run under different systems. So, for example, a lot of the European kingdoms are run under the feudal system, which, we all know and love. Well, by we all, I mean Europeans. And, by Europeans, I mean Europeans with a basic knowledge of history. But in this game, I'm playing the Golden Horde, which runs under a tribal system. Now, for those of you who are really in-depth in their knowledge of Crusader Kings 2, you might object and say, but you play as the nomads when you're the Golden Horde. But I say, aha, the version I'm playing doesn't have all the latest content, so they're still tribal. Anyway, playing under tribal, and for whatever reason, the tribal system in this game states that if you're under a tribal system, you must have ultimogeniture as a rule. Your youngest son must always be the one who inherits your kingdom. Now, I don't know of any system in all of human history that had that as their system. I mean, I'm sure some exist I don't know about, but I do know a bit about the Mongols, and the Golden Horde is part of the Mongol Empire, and then split off as its own thing. I'm sure I mentioned that previously. Now they didn't have that as their system. They had at least the Mongol Empire. They basically chose amongst the ruling family who should rule. It was kind of an election amongst the family. For the Golden Horde specifically, I'm trying to recall. I'm pretty sure it was. I don't think it was very strict, but I think they tended to favor older sons more than younger sons. I'm fairly certain it wasn't ultimogeniture. So it just seems it's a ridiculous system on the surface of it. You're always ensuring that your rulers are going to be, really inexperienced. Particularly if you're in a system where you can take multiple wives. So I don't know. That's crazy. So my old guy dies. I take this kid who plays him, have some regents, and then I come of age. And when I have a run regent, I can't declare war on anyone, but because I don't know why. It just says your regent won't let you. But then when I come of age, which in this game is 16, I'm just saying enough is enough. We're warring everywhere. Let's regain the empire that was lost. So I just start going ballistic, just declaring wars all over the place. And then my guy gets bashed in the head and is made what is called incapable, also known as brain damaged, and I just can't do it. I'm back to having a regent, and it's a really poor situation. Can't declare wars anymore, but the fun didn't stop. No, instead, all these people, both within and without my realm, declare war on me. I guess they think this guy's brain damaged, let's everything's up for grabs. Well, too bad. I struck back. I trashed all my foes. And then I won the day. My guy died in a coma. So his only son took over. Turns out getting bashed in the head lowers your fertility ability. So his one son took over, and that's where I got up to. Also, today had a fancy dinner. They did all sorts of fancy things. I had a dessert egg. It's basically what looked like an egg, but it was kind of coconut something surrounding a mango something, so it looked like an egg. That was one thing. And I don't want to go into too much detail with the food, but the food was good. I think this was one of those things where you had to pay extra because it wasn't the normal dinner. It was the fancy dinner. Oh, here's something they did that was really cool. So everyone ordered the creme brulee for dessert. For those of you who don't know, creme brulee literally means burnt cream. So what they did is when they brought out the creme brulee, they all got blow torches and started just burning them in front of us. Now that was great to see. I loved that. I was worried that someone might drop a blowtorch and set the place on fire, but I guess they were trained professionals, so that didn't happen. Also, another thing I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I'll mention it now, is taking photos of your food. I don't ever do this. Actually, no, I did that once, just because my dad asked me to. But yeah, I think all of my family took photos of their food. I mean, I don't have anything against the concept, but I don't know. It seems kind of over the top, you know? But whatever. Let bygones be bygones and all that. So yeah, I had the fancy dinner, went back to my room, um, and that's where we ended up today. Oh, I'll also mention, for what it's worth, I bought some chocolate, some delicious Toblerone, but I mean, it's the first thing I've ever purchased on this cruise ship. Throughout all this, I just let everyone else buy stuff. Now, when I say buy stuff, you're just you just give them your card and you sign it. You know, kind of the American way. You don't put in a pin. You just sign a signature on some paper. I've never understood how that works. But that's what you do, and then it gets charged to the bill. Um, so yeah, got some chocolate because I really like chocolate. And yeah, that's all for today. Tomorrow, another day out sea. It's getting rather tedious, but it is the last day out sea. The day after that will be porting land. Now, I don't know how I'm going to finish this. Tomorrow might be my last video, but I'm thinking more on the lines of the day after. I'll make a final video on land just to give an overall discussion of the cruise, the summaries. I'm sure I'm thinking I'll give a whole lot of, you know, number out of tens for various aspects. We'll have to see. But I figured I've come this far. I've made, God, one a day, I guess. 13 videos by now. So, you know, I've gone the distance. My dad actually asked today, are you still making those videos or did you give up? Now, I felt kind of annoyed, you know. Well, you think I can't follow this through? Making these videos isn't difficult, you know. I just point a camera at myself and start talking. The hardest part is just going to put them on my mum's computer because I didn't bring my computer on this cruise. So, anyway, that's it for today. Whoever you are, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.